Hey, Scott Lara, president of militaryfairs.com, your one-stop shop for travel. If you're a member of the military, if you're a veteran like I am, or a family member of a military person, militaryfairs.com. Hotels, airfare, cruises, all resorts, everything. militaryfairs.com. Let's talk about travel. As you probably know about me, I have over 150 days on Holland America Line, 75 days on Carnival, been on Royal Caribbean, been on MSC, been on Virgin Voyages, and I love to travel because it's something that I've said many times, and I'll say it again. Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. And I don't think he came up with this, but he talks about it very frequently. 400 trillion to one. 400 trillion to one is your shot of being here, walking, talking, and being here in life. And that's something that really hit home with me. My dad passed away at 66 years old of prostate cancer. A very close friend of mine died before the age of 50 from a brain tumor. And I realized actually this many years ago, probably in my 20s and 30s, that this is a gift. Life is a gift. And God has created this world that we live in, and it breaks my heart that people live their whole lives and they don't get to see Hawaii, or they don't get to see wherever. I mean, most people just get up, go to work. And listen, I understand there are people that are like that. I understand their situation. Understand 110%. However, if you have the opportunity, number one, if you have the health, right? That's why I've always told people, travel when you're young. Don't wait till you have the money, because then you're going to be old and frail and feeble, and it's hard to get around. So travel while you can. Now, I'm 63 years old. Now, I know I don't look it, but I am. Actually 63 in August. And my wife and I traveled quite a bit in our 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s because we were able to. Financially, we were able to. We were able to enjoy a lot of places: Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, Martinique, St. Barts, St. Kitts, St. Thomas, Half Moon Cay. Half Moon Cay, we've probably been there 10 times. Been in Nassau more times than I could tell you. And so we've had this opportunity to travel. And that's why I wanted to do this video today, because if you do have the health to be able to travel, and if you have some spare money, even if you got to put it away for a year to go on a cruise or go to a place, then I urge you to do that. See, the fact of the matter is, those of us that have been in the military have traveled. I've been to Italy, I've been to Spain, I've been through the Straits of Hormuz, I've been through Panama Canal, been all Gibraltar, Monaco, France, been all over the world. But that's when I was in the military. Number one, they were paying me to go. And number two, the fact of the matter was, for the most part, I wasn't married during those times. And now, especially guys, when we get out of the military, we want to share those experiences with our wives and kids and grandkids. Now, again, I understand. You have different economic levels. I get that part, right? You may be a single parent and you're waiting for your income tax return check. You may be, married, and maybe only one person works or two people work. But what I'm saying is, and what I'm sharing from my heart is, don't just get up and go to work and go to Target and back in our day, go to Blockbuster Video, right? There's so much more to that. And I'm very fortunate, I'm blessed, I'm thankful that my wife and I have been able to enjoy that during our marriage. We've been married going on 41 years now. And so what I want to share with you in these couple minutes is take a look down deep. And if you haven't had a chance to travel, I urge you to do that. You can email me directly, scott@militaryfairs.com. Be happy to give you some pointers. Now, the number one thing I give pointers to people on are cruises, because I've been on pretty much every cruise line, And people always ask me, and I just did a YouTube video on this, hey Scott, what's your favorite cruise line? Well, that's a hard question to answer. Are you a single person? Well, NCL, they're great for solos. If you're a family, Royal Caribbean, Carnival, Norwegian, MSC. If you're 60 plus, then Holland America Line, Princess, Celebrity, those are the cruise lines for you. If you're a solo, LGBTQ, if you're a couple, then kids only, Virgin Voyages, that's the ticket. Great value, great quality, no mess halls, no buffets, just amazing entertainment. The ships are relatively new, they're only a couple years old. Sir Richard Branson said he basically wanted to create a yacht club experience at sea. And that's exactly what Virgin Voyages is. And type in Scott Lara or type in the Cruise Genius Virgin Voyages, you'll see my review of the Scarlet Lady from last year. Now, the only problem with that is that we were in 40 mile an hour winds and like 15, 16 foot seas. So we couldn't go to Key West. I was really counting on going to Key West because my daughter was born there. I actually went with my brother-in-law. And couldn't make it to Key West, but we did make it to Bimini and love Bimini. The point is, what I'm saying to you today, travel. It's all about priorities. My very close friend Rocky always says, it's about priorities. What are your priorities? Now, we know, especially if you got kids, taking them to school, helping them with homework, being present with our kids, not just handing them an iPad and, hey, go watch a movie, I'm out, you watch your iPad. It's more than that. I understand that. And now there's only a couple more weeks before school starts again, right? So I'm sure parents are kind of thinking, oh my gosh, got to get Brittany and Timmy their books and their school supplies, get their haircuts, get their clothes, get their uniforms, whatever. But I'm just urging you, travel. See the world that God has created. And if you can't go to Italy, Spain, France, Greece, whatever, go to Orlando or go to Chicago or go somewhere, because traveling really helps you in many ways. Makes you appreciative of other things, like of other places and cultures, and if it's architecture. Some people like museums. I can't stand them, but some people do. Some people want the food, right? I mean, everybody loves food that I know. Go to Chicago and have that deep dish pizza, or go to a Cubs game, or something like that, or go to Orlando, go to SeaWorld. But if you can afford to do something more, like on a cruise, MSC has got very affordable cruises. They got a great private island. If you got a couple more pennies in your pocketbook, you can go on Royal Caribbean, Icon of the Seas. I was on Icon last year, and just type in Scott Lara, Icon of the Seas, you'll see that. Or if you're an older couple and you're spending your kids' inheritance, go on Holland America. You got Ethel, Myrtle, Gertrude, George, Elmer. It's my tongue in cheek. It's the AARP cruise. It's older people. However, 5-star food, 5-star service. They remember your name. If someone were to say to me, hey, Scott, hey, what? Want to go on a Holland America cruise? That quick. Now, I still have some cruise lines I haven't experienced yet. Cough, cough. Princess, Oceana, and some other ones. And when they reach out to me and say, hey, Scott, we'd like to show them to you, I'd go and share that with my audience. But the point is, get out there and travel. So, Scott Lara, president of militariaffairs.com. If you're a member of the military, veteran, family member of a military person, militariaffairs.com. Email me directly, scott@militariaffairs.com. Type in Scott Lara in YouTube. Type in Scott Lara, L-A-R-A in YouTube. You'll see all my videos. Go to thecruisegenius.com. You see all my cruise-related stuff. But I will tell you, this is the happiest I've been in my life, being able to be the president of militariaffairs.com, sharing my passion to travel with you. Scott Lara, president of militariaffairs.com.